Hello friends, myself R.D. Mahajan, Assistant Professor, MIT Aurangabad. I am teaching you Engineering Mathematics 1, Unit number 1, Unit first, Linear Algebra Matrices, in which I will deliver video lectures on the following topics. Point number 1, inverse by Gauss Jordan method. Second point, rank of matrix. Third, normal form of matrix. Fourth, solution of linear simultaneous equations. There are two types, non-homogeneous type and second one, homogeneous type. Next point, characteristic equation and eigenvalues of matrix. Next point, eigenvectors of matrix. Next, Cayley-Hamilton theorem. And the last, inverse by Cayley-Hamilton theorem. I will deliver 10 video lectures on the first unit, linear algebra matrices. Therefore, it is the continuation of whatever the things you have studied in 11th and 12th in the chapter of matrix, for which two things are important. First one, all the basic definitions of matrices, means you have to revise what is by matrix, types of matrices, row matrix, column matrix, identity matrix, square matrix, null matrix. All these types you have to revise, and elementary transformations. There are two types of elementary transformation: elementary row transformation and elementary column transformation. Let us see the first point, inverse by Gauss Jordan method. Let us see the procedure how we can obtain the inverse by Gauss Jordan method. For that, we know the result: A into A inverse is equals to identity matrix. Any matrix A multiplied by inverse matrix, we get identity matrix. Therefore, using this fact, we can obtain the inverse. For that, we have to convert matrix A, this given matrix A, to identity matrix of order n. This matrix A we have to convert to identity matrix of order n by applying elementary transformation, either row or column. Mixing of both is not allowed. Either we have to apply row transformation or column transformation. Therefore, we have to convert this matrix A to identity matrix by applying row transformation. And the same transformations we have to apply on this right hand side matrix of I. And thereby we get I, this matrix A is converted to identity matrix multiplied by A inverse. Any matrix multiplied by identity matrix, we get the same matrix. By that property, we get I into A inverse is equals to A inverse. Means this identity matrix from right hand side is converted to inverse matrix, and therefore by this way we can find the inverse of matrix. And for that, we take a combination of matrix A and matrix I. Instead of writing this way, we have to take a combination of given matrix A with matrix I. I will explain by solving two simple examples how we can obtain the inverse by Gauss Jordan method. Therefore, let us using Gauss Jordan method. find A inverse if matrix A is equals to, that matrix is 1 2 minus 2, 1 2 minus 2, minus 1 3 0, minus 1 3 0, 0 minus 2, and 1. This is given matrix whose inverse we have to obtain by applying Gauss Jordan method. Order of this matrix is 3 rows and 3 columns, therefore it is 3 by 3 matrix. And to obtain that inverse, let's consider that matrix of combination of matrix A and matrix I, and that is equals to matrix A means matrix containing element 1 2 minus 2, minus 1 3 0, 0 minus 2 1. Then by drawing a dotted line or line, we combine with matrix of identity matrix of order, same order, 3 by 3, and therefore it is having the elements 1 0 0, 0 1 0, 0 0 1. This is the first step, a basic step. We have to combine matrix A with matrix I of same order. Then what we have to do? We have to convert this matrix A to identity matrix. Means we have to convert all the principal diagonal elements as 1 1 each, lowest to 0 and uppers to 0 by either applying row transformation or column transformation. And the same transformation we have to apply on that identity matrix. Here I am applying the row elementary transformation. All of you are knowing that there are 3 elementary row transformation. The first one is interchange of ith row with jth row. Second, we can multiply any ith row by non-zero scalar quantity k into Ri. And third, Ri plus minus k times Rg. Means using any jth row, we can find the changes in ith row by performing this type of calculation. Ri plus or minus k times Rg. These are the only 3 elementary row transformation. Therefore, I am using this type of elementary row transformation. Leftmost element I want as 1. Here it is already 1. Therefore, keeping that term as it is, and then using this 1, we try to convert these 2 elements to 0. Already 1 is 0. Therefore, I am not changing this. Minus 1 we have to convert to 0 with the help of this 1 or the row containing that diagonal element. Therefore, minus 1 plus 1 we get 0, means the transformation we have to apply as R2 plus R1 by performing this row transformation. We get no change in the first row. 1 2 minus 2, 1 0 0. R2 plus R1, applying this minus 1 plus 1 we get 0. 3 plus 2 we get 5, 0 minus 2 we get minus 2, 0 plus 1 we get 1, 1 plus 0 we get 1, 0 plus 0 we get 0. Third row no change, therefore I will write down that as it is 0, minus 2, 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay. Then the second diagonal element I want as 1. Here it is 5. Therefore, either multiplying it by 1 by 5 to get that 1 here, or with the help of this minus 2 we get here 1. 5 minus 4 we get 1. Therefore, I am applying that row transformation R2 plus 2 times R3. Therefore, with the help of this, I will get here 1. And therefore, applying that, we get 1, 2, minus 2, 1, 0, 0. Then, applying this R2 plus 2 R3, 0 plus 2 times 0, we get 0. 5 plus 2 times minus 2, 5 minus 4, we get 1. Minus 2 plus 2, we get here 0. 1 plus 2 times 0, we get 1. 1 plus 2 times 0, 1. 0 plus 2 times 1, we get 2. Third row no change, 0, minus 2, 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay. Then, after getting that second diagonal element 1, using this row, we have to convert the element below it to 0. Minus 2 plus 2 we get 0, and therefore the required transformation is, this is in third row, therefore R3 plus 2 times R2. Using second row, we get here required 0. And therefore, by applying this, we get 1, 2, minus 2, no change, 0, 1, 0, no change. Then applying this, 0 plus 2 times 0, we get 0. Minus 2 plus 2, we get 0. 1 plus 2 times 0, we get 1, no change. And the same way to apply on this right hand side matrix, identity matrix. Therefore, first two row no change, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 2. Then apply this, 0 plus 2 times 1, 0 plus 2 we get 2. Again 0 plus 2 times 1, 0 plus 2 we get 2. 1 plus 2 times 2, 1 plus 4, we get 5. Okay. I have converted all the diagonal elements to 1 and lowest to 0. And then in next part, we have to convert the upper diagonal elements to 0 by applying the same row transformation. Therefore, with the help of this one, we have to convert these two elements to 0, and using this one, we have to convert this to 0. And therefore, next step, with the help of this, I will convert this to 0. Therefore, already 1 is 0. We try to convert this element to 0. Minus 2 plus 2, 0. Means this is R1 plus 2 times R3. We get changes in the first row. 1 plus 2 times 0, we get 1. 2 plus 2 times 0, we get 2. minus 2 plus 2, we get here 0. Second and third row no change, 0 1 0. Third also no change, 0 0 1. The same way to apply on this identity matrix, R3 plus, R1 plus 2 times R3. Therefore, 1 plus 2 times 2, 1 plus 2, 4, we get 5. 0 plus 2 times 2, 0 plus 4, we get 4. 0 plus 2 times 5, 0 plus 10, we get 10. Second and third, no change. 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 5. Okay. Then, using this second diagonal element, we try to convert these elements above to it to 0. 2 minus 2, we get 0. Therefore, the transformation is R1 minus 2 times R2. By this elementary row transformation, we get a required 0 here. Therefore, 1 minus 2 times 0, we get 1. 2 minus 2 times 1, 2 minus 2, we get 0. 0 minus 2 times 0, 0. 0 1 0, no change. 0 0 1, no change. The same way to apply on this identity matrix or second matrix. 5 minus 2 times 1, 5 minus 2, we get 3. 4 minus 2, we get 2. 10 minus 2 to the 4. 10 minus 4, we get 6. Second and third, no change. 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 5. Okay. Therefore, I have converted that matrix A to the identity matrix, and the same transformations I have applied on the identity matrix, second matrix, and therefore we use that result, identity matrix into inverse matrix, we get as inverse matrix, and therefore we get that inverse matrix as this matrix, and that answer for this problem is 3 2 6 1 1 2 2 2 5. This is the required inverse. Here we can cross check whether the result is correct or not by taking the multiplication of matrix A by this inverse matrix, and if we get identity matrix, then whatever the answer we have is a correct. Let us cross check whether the answer is correct or not for first example, where matrix A, given matrix is 1 2 minus 2 minus 1 3 0 0 minus 2 1, and obtain inverse as 3 2 6 1 1 2 2 2 5. We take the help of this property. If product of A into A inverse we get as identity matrix, then result is a correct one. Therefore, we put the value of matrix A here: 1 2 minus 2 minus 1 3 0 0 minus 2 1. Order of this matrix is 3 by 3. Inverse matrix we have 3 2 6 1 1 2 2 2 5. The order of this matrix is also 3 by 3. Number of columns of first is here 3, and number of rows of second matrix is also 3. This 3 equals to 3 means matrix multiplication is possible. Then we multiply by this row to this column, and first with first, second with second, third with third, like this. Therefore 1 into 3 we get 3. 2 into 1 we get 2. Minus 2 into 2 we get minus 4. Then by the same row we have to multiply to this second column. 1 into 2, 2. 2 into 1, 2. Minus 2 into 2 we get minus 4. Then by the same row to this third column, 6 into 1 we get 6. 2 to the 4 and minus 2 into 5 minus 10. Okay. Then by the second row to this column, first column, 3 into minus 1 we get minus 3. 3 into 1 we get 3. And 0 into 2 we get 0. Then by the second row to this second column, 2 into minus 2, minus 2. 3 into 1, 3. 0 into 2, 0. By the same row to this third column, 6 into minus 1, minus 6. 3 to the 6 and 0 into 5. Next, by this third row to this column, first column, 3 into 0 we get 0. Minus 2 into 1 and 1 into 2. Then by this row to this column, 0, 2 into minus 2 into 1 we get minus 2 and 1 plus 1 into 2 we get 2. Then by this row to this column, 0, minus 2 into 2 minus 4 and 5 into 1 plus 5. And therefore we get 5 minus 4 we get 1. 4 minus 4 we get 0. 10 minus 10 we get 0. Minus 3 plus 3, 0. Minus 2 plus 3 we get 1. Minus 6 plus 6, 0. Minus 2 plus 2, 0. Minus 2 plus 2, 0. 5 minus 4 we get 1. And therefore the product of these two matrix is identity matrix, and as we get identity matrix, this property is satisfied, means whatever the answer obtained is a correct one. Therefore always perform such type of cross check to confirm your answer, to confirm your marks also. Therefore always perform this in rough work. Find A inverse by Gauss Jordan method if that matrix A is equals to, that matrix is elements 1, 0, 3, 2, 1, minus 1, 2, 1, minus 1, 1, minus 1, 1. Again a square matrix of order 3 by 3. 3 rows and 3 columns, and therefore as we require to obtain inverse by Gauss Jordan, we take a combination of matrix A with matrix I of same order, and therefore given matrix A is 1, 0, 3, 2, 1, minus 1, 1, minus 1, 1. we combine this with identity matrix of order 3, that is 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. First step, basic step. Then we try to convert this to identity matrix by converting all the diagonal elements as 1 1 each, lowest to 0, uppers to 0, by applying elementary row transformation. Therefore, leftmost element is 1. I will keep it as it is, and with the help of this one, I try to convert this 2 elements to 0. The elements below that element, 2 minus 2 we get 0, means the transformation is R2 minus 2R1, and in the same step we can convert this to 0 also. Therefore, it is 1 minus 1 0, means R3 minus R1. By applying this 2 elementary row transformation, we get first row no change, 1 0 3. Then applying this R2 minus 2 R1, 2 minus 2 times 1, 2 minus 2 we get 0, 1 minus 2 times 0 1, minus 1 minus 2 times 3, minus 1 3 to the 6, minus 6, minus 1 minus 6, we get minus 7. Then this R3 minus R1, 1 minus 1 we get 0, minus 1 minus 0 we get minus 1, 1 minus 3 we get minus 2. Same way to apply on this. First row no change, 1 0 0, R2 minus 2 R1, 0 minus 2 times 1, 0 minus 2 we get minus 2, 1 minus 2 times 0 we get 1, 0 minus 2 times 0 we get 0. Then applying R3 minus R1, 0 minus 1 we get minus 1, 0 minus 0 and 1 minus 0. Okay. Then second diagonal element is 1. We keep this as it is, and using this second diagonal element we try to convert the elements below it to 0 by applying a row transformation. Therefore, here minus 1 plus 1 we get 0. Therefore, we use the transformation R3 plus R2, and therefore 0 3 no change, first row no change, second row also no change, 0 1 minus 7 as it is. Then applying this 0 plus 0, minus 1 plus 1, minus 2 minus 7, we get minus 9. Same way to apply on this matrix also. First 2 rows no change, 1 0 0, minus 2 1 0. Then applying this R3 plus R2, minus 1 minus 2 we get minus 3, 0 plus 1 we get 1, 1 plus 0 we get 1. Okay. Then the third diagonal element is minus 9, converting it to 1 by minus 1 by 9 times that third row. Therefore, if we apply that, we get this matrix 1 0 3, 0 1 minus 7, 0 1 minus 7, and then multiplying that third row by minus 1 by 9, we get the element as 0 0 and 1. Same way to apply on this matrix. First 2 rows no change, 1 0 0, minus 2, 1, 0. Again, multiplying each element by minus 1 by 9. Minus 3 divided by minus 9, we get 1 by 3. Minus 1 by 9. And again, minus 1 by 9. Okay. Then, here, first half part is over. We have converted lower diagonal elements to 0. In this next part, we try to convert the upper diagonal elements to 0 by applying same row transformations. Therefore, with the help of this one, I will convert these two elements to 0 in the first step, and next step, with the help of this one, we try to convert this to 0. Therefore, for this, it is 3 minus 3, we get 0, means R1 minus 3 times R3, and minus 7 plus 7, 0, means R2 plus 7 times R3. Okay, and therefore we get applying this R1 minus 3 times R3. 1 plus 1 minus 3 times 0, we get 1. 0 minus 3 times 0, we get 0. 3 minus 3 times 1, 3 minus 3, we get here 0. Then applying this R2 plus 7 times R3, 0 plus 7 times 0, we get 0. 1 plus 7 times 0, 1. Minus 7 plus 7 times 1, minus 7 plus 7, we get 0. Third row, no change, 0, 0, 1. Applying the same on this matrix, R1 minus 3 times R3. Therefore, it is 1 minus 1 by 3 times 3. Therefore, 3 get cancelled. 1 minus 1, we get 0. Then 0 minus 3 times minus 1 by 9. Therefore, 3 is 9. Therefore, it is minus minus plus 1 by 3. Same element. Therefore, we get here also 1 by 3. Applying the second one, R2 plus 7 times R3 minus 2 plus 7 times 1 by 3. 3 to the 6 minus 6 plus 7 by 3. Therefore, 7 minus 6, we get 1 by 3. 1 plus 7 times minus 1 by 9. Cross multiplying. 9 into 1, we get 9. Minus 7 by 9 means it is 9 minus 7, we get 2 by 9. And 0 plus 7 times minus 1 by 9, we get minus 7 by 9. And the third row as it is, no change. 1 by 3 minus 1 by 9 and minus 1 by 9. I have converted that matrix A to identity matrix. Here all the diagonal elements are 0, 1, 1. Lowers are 0, uppers are 0. This type of matrix is said to be identity matrix. This is known to you. And that identity matrix into inverse matrix we get as inverse matrix, and therefore A inverse is this second matrix, the matrix obtained by converting that identity matrix. Therefore we get elements are 0, 1 by 3, 1 by 3, 1 by 3, 2 by 9, minus 7 by 9, 1 by 3, minus 1 by 9, and minus 1 by 9. Order of that matrix is 3 by 3. Once again, you can cross check this property. If you multiply that matrix A by inverse matrix, and if we get that product as identity matrix, means whatever the answer obtained by you is the correct one. Therefore, perform this step in your notebook, cross check it. If this property is satisfied, we can say that the obtained answer is the correct one. In matrix, in almost all the points, we can cross check the answer by applying the properties. Therefore, let us see one more example. Example number 3, find inverse by Gauss Jordan method for matrix A is equals to 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 1, minus 2. Order of this matrix is 3 by 3, 3 rows and 3 columns. Again, a square matrix. And therefore, finding inverse by Gauss Jordan, for that we let that matrix A into A inverse is equals to I. Then we take a combination of matrix A and matrix I. Matrix A we combine with matrix I, and that is equals to, that given matrix is 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 1, minus 2, which combine with matrix identity matrix of order 3, that is 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Instead of writing in this form, we take a combination of matrix A and matrix I. Then converting this to identity matrix by applying elementary row transformation. Same transformations we have to apply on this matrix I. Therefore, here leftmost element is 1. Keeping this as it is, we try to convert this to zeros. Already second element is 0. Therefore, we convert this 2 to 0 by, we get 2 minus 2 as 0, means it is in third row R3 minus 2 R1. By applying this transformation, we get first and second row no change. It is 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Applying R3 minus 2 R1, 2 minus 2 times 1, 2 minus 2 we get 0 here. 1 minus 2 times 1, 1 minus 2 we get minus 1. Minus 2 minus 2 times 0, minus 2 minus 0 we get minus 2. Then same transformation I am applying on this identity matrix. First row no change, 1, 0, 0. Second also no change, 0, 1, 0. Applying this R3 minus 2 R1. 0 minus 2 times 1, 0 minus 2, we get minus 2. 0 minus 0. And 1 minus 2 times 0, 1 minus 0, we get 1. Okay, then next, getting here as 1, second diagonal element is 0, we interchange these two rows so that we get here -1. Therefore, by R2 3 we get 1 1 0. These two rows we have to interchange. Therefore, 0 -1 -2 0 0 1. Same applying on this. Therefore, 1 0 0 -2 0 1 0 1 0. Okay, then making this as +1, for that we have to multiply by minus sign. Therefore, minus of R2 we get 1 1 0 0 -1 into -1 we get +1, -1 into -2 we get +2, 0 0 1. Same way to apply on this. 1 0 0 +2 0 and -1. Third row no change, 0 1 0. Okay. Then with the help of this, here half part is over, where I have converted lower diagonal elements as 0. Then in next part we try to convert upper diagonal elements to 0 by using elementary row transformation. Therefore, with the help of this third diagonal element 1, we try to convert this to 0. Therefore, by 2 minus 2 we get 0, means it is R2 minus 2 times R3 we get. First row no change, 1 1 0. Changes in second row by this, it is R2 minus 2 R3, 0 minus 2 times 0 we get 0, 1 minus 2 times 0 1, 2 minus 2 times 1, 2 minus 2 we get here 0. Third row as it is, no change, 0 0 1. Then applying the same on this second matrix. Therefore, first row no change, 1 0 0. Then applying this R2 minus 2 R3, 2 minus 2 times 0 we get 2, 0 minus 2 times 1, 0 minus 2 we get -2, minus 1 minus 2 times 0 we get -1. Third row as it is, no change, 0 1 0. Okay, then after getting this all elements at 0 in that column, we go for this. With the help of this second diagonal element 1, we try to make this element as 0. 1 minus we get 0, means by applying the transformation R1 minus R2 we get. Therefore, applying this R1 minus R2, 1 minus 0 we get 1, 1 minus 1 we get 0, 0 minus 0 0. Second and third row no change, 0 1 0 0 0 1, and applying this same on this R1 minus R2, 1 minus 2, we get minus 1, 0 minus minus 2, we get here 2, 0 minus minus 1, we get 1, second and third row no change, 2 minus 2 minus 1, and third row 0 1 0. Therefore, given matrix A is converted to identity matrix. Therefore, we use this, that is identity matrix multiplied by A inverse, we get same matrix, that is A inverse. And therefore, that A inverse matrix or inverse matrix is equals to this second matrix is called as an inverse of that given matrix A, and therefore A inverse we have minus 1 2 1 2 minus 2 minus 1 0 1 0. Okay, this is the required A inverse by Gauss Jordan method. Then we can cross check it whether we get that product of A into A inverse as identity matrix. If we get identity matrix, means whatever the answer we have obtained is the correct one. We cross check this. Therefore, A into A inverse is equals to I. That matrix A is 1 1 0 0 0 1 2 1 minus 2. This way to multiply by A inverse matrix, it is minus 1 2 1 2 minus 2 minus 1 0 1 0. And therefore, here the order of the first matrix is 3 by 3. Order of the second matrix is also 3 by 3. Number of columns of first is equals to number of rows of second. These two are equal, means that condition for matrix multiplication is satisfied, means we can perform matrix multiplication. A way to multiply by row to this column, we get 1 into minus 1 minus 1, 1 into 2 2, and 0 into 0 we get 0. This is the first element. Then by the same row to this we get 1 into 2 2, 1 into minus 2 minus 2, 0 into 1 0. Then by the same row to this third column, 1 into 1 1, 1 into minus 1 minus 1, 0 into 0 we get 0. Then by this second row to this all columns, 0 into minus 1 0, 0 into 2 0, 1 into 0. Then by this second row to this second column, we get 0 into 2 0, 0 into minus 2 0, 1 into 1. Then by this row to this column, we get 0 0 and 1 into 0. Okay. Then by the third row to that columns, we get 2 into minus 1 minus 2, 1 into 2 2, and minus 2 into 0 0. Then by this row to this column, 2 to the 4, 1 into minus 2 minus 2, and minus 2 into 1, then by this to that column, 2 minus 1 and 0, and therefore we get this is equals to 2 minus 1 we get 1, minus 2 plus 2 0, 1 minus 1 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 4 minus 4 0, and 2 minus 1 1. And as the product of these two matrices is identity matrix, whatever the answer obtained is a correct one. Therefore, with the help of these three simple examples, I have explained how we can obtain inverse by Gauss Jordan method. Okay. Find A inverse by Gauss Jordan method. If first one A is equals to, that matrix is 1 0 2 1 0 2 0 1 2 and 1 2 0. Second example, 1 1 0 1 1 0 0 0 1 2 1 minus 2 2 1 minus 2. Third, 1 0 2 1 0 2 0 2 1 2 0 3. And last one, fourth one, A is equals to 1 2 2 1 2 2 2 1 2 and 2 2 1. Therefore, try to find out the inverse of all this given matrix by applying that Gauss Jordan method. Therefore, apply same procedure as I explained for that two examples. Once again, I will repeat that important step what we have to perform. Suppose A is a given matrix, square matrix, then we have to obtain A inverse by applying this Gauss Jordan method. And what is the necessary condition for the existence of inverse, that matrix must be non-singular matrix. Non-singular means determinant of that matrix should not be 0. For singular matrix, inverse does not exist. Therefore, if this condition is satisfied, then only we can find the inverse. Here we use this property, we take the help of this property. Matrix A into A given matrix multiplied by inverse matrix is equals to identity matrix. Then what we have to do? We have to convert this matrix to identity matrix by applying elementary row transformation or column transformation. In this example, I have used elementary row transformation. Multiply by this A inverse, and then once again we take the help of another property. Any matrix, if multiplied by identity matrix, we get same matrix, and here that matrix is A inverse. Okay, and whatever the row transformation we are applying, the same way to apply on this matrix I. And for that, we take a combination of matrix A and matrix I. We try to convert this matrix A to identity matrix by applying elementary row transformation, and the same transformation we have to apply on this identity matrix of same order, thereby getting this. By this way, we can obtain the inverse. For watching my video lecture. In next lecture, I will explain another important point, that is rank of matrix.